Hey friends, I'm Evangelist Michael McCurry, director here at Bible Tracts Incorporated. I say here at because we're actually at our brand new building here in Odell, Illinois. You'll actually hear throughout this video the sounds of construction going on. The address is 603 West Prairie Street, Odell, Illinois, 60460. If you can hear me over the sound of the saw and hammer and all that stuff. Those are good sounds though, because that means something is happening and we're progressing in this building project. But to kind of give you an overview of how we even ended up here, what I'm going to do in just a moment is I'm going to grab that camera. I'm going to turn the camera around to the operations manager of Bible Tracts Incorporated. His wife actually saw this building for the first time and recognized it as a possible future home of BTI. So long story short, the ministry of BTI, Bible Tracts Inc., has been in Bloomington for 40-something years of the 80-something year history of BTI. And all that to say, our family, Austin's family, Austin Merriott, operations manager, and many of the other staff folks, they live in Dwight. That's an hour drive, straight down 55, and that's a little bit of a commute every day. And the ministry of shipping tracts around the world, it doesn't have to be located out of Bloomington. And so we talked to the board, got some wise counsel, and everyone was very excited about the possibility of finding a new home a little closer to where all of us live. And so long story short, we were looking at different properties and this one caught someone's eye. So let me grab that camera real quick here, and Brother Austin can tell you about how that kind of came to be.
Howdy, I'm Austin Merriott, operations manager at Bible Tracts here in Odell now. And so my wife texted me one day and said, hey, the building in Odell, there's a for sale sign. And I said, no, I don't think it's for sale. And she said, yeah, there's a for sale sign. And so we began to do some research. I think she actually found the listing online, and we began to look into it and found out it was actually for sale. She was right, I was wrong. That's typical. And but we began the process of looking into and figuring out what the story was behind the building and what the availability was on it. And the Lord really worked, and we were able to purchase this building in this beautiful location. And,
tell us about the location where we're at, the corner
of we are on the corner of the road that you see back there with that red truck there. That is historic Route 66. And we love that our property borders actually the old Route 66, which is right next to what is now Route 66. And we think that's just pretty unique and special that we are in that historic location. And then we also, this road here, just not even a block to the west, is I-55, the interstate. And so super great location, have a great big parking lot here where trucks can come in, that semis and lift trucks and whatnot that will come in with pallets and pallets of tracts. We can house millions of tracts here and get them out to each one of you and to those that order them. And so we're greatly excited about the location. Just a perfect spot, easy access, right off the highway. And we love that it is less than 10 minutes from home. Is pretty incredible as well.
Awesome. Well, I'm going to throw this camera back over to Brother Austin. So in just a moment, we're going to go inside and kind of show you the new location. It's not quite done yet. I should have mentioned this earlier, but I'll mention it now. Better late than never. November 13th, that's a Saturday. Hopefully many of you will have it off of work. We're having an open house at this location. And don't be scared by what you see inside. You say it's not even done yet. Yes, I know. That's why we're not calling it a grand opening. We're calling it open house. Lord willing, there will be drywall on the walls, there will be paint on the walls and light fixtures in, all of those types of things. Regardless, we're going to welcome you in to a safe environment, and there's going to be free food, fun, fellowship, the opportunity to see and catch a vision for what God's going to do here in Odell, Illinois. Of course, his ministry, 8 decades long, and until the Lord returns, we're planning on keeping it going. So if you would, follow us inside, and we'll kind of see what's going on. If you hear the rumble of saws and hammers and all that type of stuff, just bear with us if you would. So, welcome inside. We have here kind of a grand opening, if that doesn't sound too ostentatious. We have this open area. I know it's taken up by a lot of stuff right now, but what you're seeing, what will be in the near future, will be kind of a sitting area, welcoming area, likely a receptionist desk in front of what will be 2 offices, and we'll look at those in just a moment. But over here, and we'll get there in just a moment, there'll be a fulfillment area, and beyond that, a kid's room. But let me take you to the most important part, the kitchen/break room. And we don't spend a whole lot of time in the break room at the normal BTI spot, but this is going to give us an opportunity with a full kitchen here, the opportunity to entertain, to have open house type events, and for us to have a relaxing spot when there is time for a few moments of break. Obviously, a lot more to happen in here. Cabinets coming in soon, countertops, and I might be trying some cool things with all of that. Back here, we have a hallway back into a couple of restrooms and a utility closet back there with water heaters and all that fun stuff. But the plans for this building have, to put it lightly, morphed a little bit over time. And so the things on paper at the beginning were not quite what you see now. Let's start with the downstairs. Over here, I think I mentioned that we'll have a kind of receptionist area and things here. And then we have two offices, which you can see directly into right now because they're just studded walls. A couple of offices here. I think, Austin, which one are you taking here? I think the middle one over here, and we're likely to have maybe another designer or one of our other folks over here. This area right here will become our fulfillment center. Of course, we ship out, let's see, right now we average about 18 orders every single day that come in. That's Sunday through Saturday. And we have to make those up, obviously, over the normal working days. And we have the opportunity to ship gospel tracts. I think in the last 12 months, Austin, we've shipped gospel tracts to 46 different nations across the world, even though many of them have been shut down and not even accepting shipping. And so the Lord's blessed that way. But all that to say, this is where they will be put into boxes, and back this direction will be the storage area where we keep the vast majority of the tracts before they come to fulfillment. But we'll show you that in a moment. One of the most kind of exciting developments at BTI is the fact that we are adding a recording studio and the ability to do a lot of course, we have the Bible Tract Echoes radio broadcast, and this will give us an excellent spot to record programs for that and really punch up the quality of that as well. But this big room over here, we'll get there in just a moment, will be the recording studio. Very nice, very large, high ceilings. But here we're going to have the control room where the engineer sits and all of those things. And so it's large enough that if we had a group, a singing group or something like that, you may recall that Paul Levine and Bob Finley, Blind Bob as he was called, they sang a lot, and we're trying to keep that legacy alive. And of course, having this recording studio is going to give us a lot of different options. We're excited about that. We'll go, if we can, into what will be a combination recording studio and conference room. I don't know how well it translates on camera, but this is a pretty good sized room. It's, how long is it? 20 feet? 16 feet? 16 feet long by 14 or so. So a good sized room.
Or no, 20. No, it's 20.
20 long by, I think, 14.
16.
Very nice 16-foot ceilings. And so it's going to give us, Lord willing, give us a great sound. We're working on the sound treatment and all of those things as well. And we have some of our builders playing pranks in the background. And if we didn't need them so much, we threatened them with firing them, but we need them to stick around. This is going to be awesome. And maybe I'll spend more time over here than the kids will. This is going to be the kids' zone. See, we have a lot of moms, we have a lot of folks that would love to come help volunteer at Bible Tracts, but of course they have kids with them, and our current location, it's not very conducive to just more than 2 people working there as it is, much less having kids around. And so this wide open fulfillment area is going to help with that. But then this area, which you'll see these windows right here. So I mentioned that the fulfillment area is right over here. That means mom can be working over there if she'd like to come in, volunteer a few hours, and put some orders in boxes. I mean, how cool is that? To be able to touch the exact paper and ink that lost people in the Philippines and New Zealand and Africa and all over the place are going to receive and possibly receive Christ. But while they're doing that, the kids can be in here having a great time. We're going to have like 5/8 thick foam mats, those locked together mats on the floor and things, which also makes it easy because spills are going to happen, and we can pull those out and clean them up very quickly, the wipe down type things. But kids can be playing over here on all sorts of different things, and their parents can keep an eye on them. This is going to be a twofold use. It's going to be our storage area, The building is 40 feet wide or so, and so this area, a good sized area. Obviously, we can fit a lot of tracks in here, but likely during the winter, the Lord's provided an RV for my family as we travel in full-time evangelism. And our current RV is just short enough that it'll fit inside here. Big 14-foot tall by 12-foot wide door. We can pull right in here, but we also likely will have some tracks on this side. Possibly we'll have a lot of racks of tracks right here, and then some more along this way. We normally keep, Austin, about 2+ million tracks in stock, and the way we have standardized the boxing and things like that, so we're able to fit a lot of them in a small area. And so probably about 10-foot high racks right here. And so we're excited about all of that. Now, let's go upstairs and see what we have going on upstairs. The building just keeps going and going. I don't think I made mention of this. It's at least 2 times the square footage. And it is, so our building here, compared to our current building, it's at least 2 times the square footage, and what do you think, 3-4 times the land area, something like that? So this is going to be another a storage area, very likely. We don't need it for office space at this time, and so we got a lot more storage area. We won't put a lot of heavy stuff up here. This will just kind of be a general storage area for office type things. And then that kind of leads us out into just a cool design feature is this walkway that you probably saw from downstairs. Walkway runs all the way to the stairwell down here. We have the fulfillment area you can see down here. Just a kind of cool, give it a little bit of an open concept type feel. And we'll have a nice railing right here so people don't fall off. Have an office space up here if necessary. Of course, can double as a storage room. And then we have a large office up here, which will likely be mine. It will be kind of combination. I often actually record the radio programs right from my office desk. And so nice study area and just an office area here. So we'll take a walk through here. Lord bless. It's provided so many different things. The builders that have been here doing a great job. Can't thank them enough for what they've done. And they were able to help save us massive amounts of money on HVAC and all kinds of different things. So if your church or you have some needs in building and things, we can put you in touch with some folks. So this is the office space up here. Then we lead you to what we're going to call the Founders Room, the Paul Levine Memorial Room. We come around the corner, the second stairwell up I have 2 stairwells just for safety and all of those things. But as we come over here, we're going to have this network room, the server room, just with all the different things. We have Ethernet running all over the place. We have a third bathroom with a full shower and all of those things, full bathroom. And then we have call it a prophet's chamber. Again, we're calling it kind of a founder's room. It is a good sized room. Lord willing, we're planning on having a king bed here with maybe a sofa pull-out couch, and the ability to house a full family here. We have so many pastors, missionaries, different people that come through, and the opportunity to give them a relaxing place to spend some time with their family. And of course, the work of BTI is not normally as loud as it sounds right now, putting tracks in boxes and things, and so they can come have a relaxing time with their family. There will be a doorway right here, so there's kind of a suite type thing. You'll have the bathroom, all of this right and joined there. Kitchen, full kitchen right downstairs. Right over there, we're going to put a washer and dryer in, and so kind of all the comforts of home and a good sized room. We'll put an office space in. That's kind of the totality of the building. But also, what am I forgetting here? I think it's about it. If we can, I think many of you will consider, I hope many of you, I should say, will consider coming Saturday, November 13th from 1 to 5 p.m. We'd love to see you there. It'll be a great time. All are welcome. Realize you don't have to stay for the full 4 hours. You can pop in for 30 minutes. You can come for all 4 hours. Show up early, stay late if you'd like to. We might turn the lights off and give you the hint. It's time to go about 6 o'clock or so. But in all seriousness, we'd love to see you come. Hope you will consider supporting the work of Bible Tracts, not just financially. Of all the options, finances are the least. I'd like to ask you to pray for us. I'd like to ask you to consider partnering with us by passing out gospel tracts. Rhetorical question for you. You've probably heard it before, but do you know the type of people that give out gospel tracts? Well, it's a type of people that carry gospel tracts. It's really hard to give them out if you don't have them on you. So 3 ways you can support. Of course, financially. If the Lord leads you to do that, feel free to go to BibleTractsInc.org and hit the donate tab in the top right-hand corner, or consider praying for us. Maybe or. Put us on your daily prayer list. We'd greatly appreciate that, and then use gospel tracts. You can get those for free. BibleTractsInc.org. We'll see you at our open house, and I greatly appreciate you watching this video.